Hi everyone, this is President Andy Armacost of UND, and thanks for tuning in this week. Joining me today is DeAnna Carlson Zink, who is the CEO of the UND Alumni Association and Foundation. And DeAnna is the head of an amazing organization that supports the university in so many ways. DeAnna, thanks for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Hey, we had a big week last week.
We had a great week. Wasn't that fun?
It was amazing. So for those who didn't tune in, we launched our Forever UND campaign. It's a $500 million fundraising campaign that benefits the University of North Dakota. What a day, huh?
It was so much fun, and the energy that came from that event, and even what we hear now visiting with alumni and friends and community members, how excited they were for that special announcement.
So you've gotten that feedback then?
We have, and from all across the country. You know, it was great we had a full room for the event, but we also had hundreds of people online watching it. And I think that just shows the great buy-in that our alumni and friends have as part of this campaign to better the university.
And the name of the campaign, I mentioned it earlier, the Forever UND.
Forever.
So tell us about the name and what it means and the significance.
So the Forever piece, I think it's a good reflection and a way to pay homage to the founding of this university. Going all the way back to 1883 and that first graduating class in 1889, and how they came together and they wanted to do something for their university, to stay connected to each other, to stay connected to their university. And today, now, as we look forward, that's been part of our forever history. The university today is looking at how we tackle new challenges. What are the issues our students are going to be facing way in the future, and how is our university going to help solve those challenges, those opportunities, creating a forever link from the beginning to whenever we end.
To the end.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. And people can literally give forever, right? Some of the gifts are what we call endowments, and those endowments hold money and just bleed off a small percentage every year. So that's literally people making a contribution that impacts generation after generation after generation, literally forever.
Absolutely, and it sets up their own legacy. So it's a legacy for the university, but it's a legacy for those individuals who love this university so much that they would want to invest in students and faculty and programs and say, this endowment, I want it here to benefit so much in the future.
Nice, and so I mentioned the big goal, $500 million, $500 million. And the good news is, as we launched the public phase, there was a preceding phase that we call the silent phase, where we've already raised $360 million towards that total. So can you talk a little bit about what happens during the silent phase and what happens during the public phase?
Absolutely. So the silent phase actually started on July 1, 2018. And this was an opportunity for university leadership to work with us in finding the right leaders for the campaign and to talk about those priorities and to bring together people who were going to support the university at a significant level, who believed in the priorities, who believed in these projects, who were willing to make an investment, and who would utilize their network to bring others to the table.
That's awesome. And some of the money that's been raised already is already being put to good work, right?
That is so exciting. So yes, going back to July 1, 2018, the first big piece of this campaign was the Nistler College of Business and Public Administration. So you can walk right down University Avenue, walk through the building, and you see Nistler Hall, and this is a campaign cornerstone. But the other piece that's maybe not as relevant is the fact that we have put in place 13 new faculty endowments over the last 2 years.
Wow.
New endowed faculty chairs and faculty professors. And so that is a piece of the campaign that people don't always see, but that are active in the classroom, really benefiting students immediately.
But highly relevant to life here on campus.
Very relevant.
For sure. And so you talk about the capital projects and the support to faculty. So these sound like there are categories, and I know that we have 4 major kind of pillars or areas of giving that we're focusing on. Can you talk about those 4?
Absolutely. So the first one has to do with student scholarships. So we have a goal of raising $125 million for student scholarships. The university already has an endowment of $172 million in scholarships. So when we raise this $125 million, we'll be close to $300 million for student scholarships at the University of North Dakota. Very important piece. Yes, the endowed faculty piece, $120 million goal. If you're going to have great students, you have to have great faculty. And we need to do more to recruit and retain top quality faculty. We actually already have 59 endowed positions on campus.
Wow.
Our goal is to get to 100 for this university. That will make an impact. You have great students, great faculty, you have the right programs that you need to have in place. And that's another $80 million goal. And you can close the loop with you need to have the right facilities, like Nistler Hall, like a flight ops building, like a new STEM building. And so our capital project piece goal is $175 million.
Yeah, it's a tall order, but we know we've seen the examples of the generosity of so many donors to make those projects happen. And speaking of key people making things happen, you have an amazing campaign committee. Can you talk a little bit about the two co-chairs?
Yes.
And also the general nature of this great campaign committee and what they're doing for you.
So we are so lucky. We talk about ways that alumni and friends support the university through talents, treasure, and time. And Werner and Colleen Nistler are our co-chairs. Werner is a 1968 College of Business graduate. And they stepped up not just with their gifts, but with their time and their leadership and said, yes, we believe in this campaign. We believe what's going on at the university. We will help you with this. And having two individuals of that stature makes it a lot easier to bring other people to the table. But we're really proud of the fact that we have alumni and friends from all across the country, all across campus. We have individuals who are already investing in those 4 pillars, and so it's important that they're able to speak of their experience and why they're investing. All different ages, all different degrees from the university, because we want this to be about the university as a whole. And so we need to be diverse on who's on that campaign committee, and they're a fantastic group.
They are, and these are people who are currently external to the university, but certainly there's a role that people from the community and also from the campus community here at UND, there's a role that they can play in the campaign as well. Say a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So we talk about Forever UND. Many people have their own Forever UND story of when they were on campus or when they were back visiting their student here, and what does that university forever mean to them? And how can they help create this forever for the next generation? So how do you do that? You talk about the university. We're very humble people up here, Andy. We need to brag more about what's going on at this great university. So let's all talk about it. And then let's get ourselves to invest and others to invest. So if you go out to our website, undalumni.org, we have a web page out there that talks about the Forever UND campaign. And another thing we talk about is the collective we. It's all about all of us. We have to all come together. I think Werner Nistler's quote was at the launch, it was, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So go out to the website. This public phase now is about participation. Click that donate today button. Have an impact at whatever level you can. It's about participation and saying, we believe in the university, we believe in the institution's leadership and the students that are here today and that are coming for years in the future. Nice.
A great opportunity for everyone here at UND, and the future of our campus really thrives on the generosity of donors who come forward. And it's also important to note that this campaign is tied directly to the new vision that we articulated in the strategic plan. Think about it.
Absolutely.
We have UND leads today, tomorrow, forever. And we have this campaign, Forever UND. And so those two ideas are so tightly connected because we know that in order to achieve our strategic vision for the university, it not only requires support from our students, faculty, and staff, and the legislature, but also from the generous donors who make this kind of work happen. So DeAnna, thanks so much for being here today, and we really appreciate all that you do for UND and the great leadership you show for the foundation.
Thank you, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Until next time.